Hey everyone, welcome back to another segment of the MCR, Mac and me. My name's TJ. Thanks everyone for your support. In this segment, we're going to talk about Mitt Romney, and he's butthurt, as Mac likes to say. That's your favorite saying, by the way.
In regard to Senator Romney, traitor, piece of shit. Yeah, I think he's a butthurt crybaby.
Yeah. Well, there's certain words and phrases I like to assign possession of, and
Okay.
I'll let you own that one. Anyways, he was kind of having a little tantrum out the door. I mean, he's still in office until 2025, but I believe he suspects he would not win in the primary of the next election.
We suspect it as well.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to be Liz Cheney. I don't think it's quite that bad, but I believe he believes he still would have lost. And so he's going to go out on his terms.
Well, I'll tell you something that surprises me in this whole scenario is that because he's such a money grubber and he's mixed in with Burisma and his kids mixed in with Burisma, and I think that's coming out someday and he knows that too. But I'm surprised he didn't run anyway, gather all kinds of money from his niece, Ronald Romney McDaniel, his niece, get all kinds of money from her, lose, and keep that money. That surprises me, actually.
Well,
a
little walk down memory lane back in, I think 2011, I want to say. I was a Herman Cain fan, and I do believe it was those associated with Romney who basically clipped Herman Cain at the knees. I will always suspect that. Just a theory. I'll never be able to prove it. But what really irritated me about Romney that in 2011 and 2012 was, they'll clip Herman Cain at the knee and then treat Obama with they'd give Obama such a free pass, and it has always since then left a bad taste in my mouth. And I'll throw this into the mix too. I'll throw into the mix. It was Romney's loss that paved the way for Donald Trump.
Absolutely. Yeah. Eventually. Yeah, that's right. I believe that as well.
I mean, if there was ever a reason for the necessity of Donald Trump, you can just look at Romney's loss. Okay. Yeah. So he of course he's got too much pride to recognize or accept that, but it's just and I always say, Herman Cain prepped me for Donald Trump. I've always said that all along. Okay, your thoughts?
Well, there's always, what Herman Cain did or didn't do, I don't know. But there's always a gaggle of women for sale who will run out and say anything that they are told to say to sandbag somebody, cut somebody off at the knees, to use your term, or pick up a few bucks, like the Kavanaugh chick, the Dr. So-and-so, who wasn't a doctor at all in reality.
Well, Romney had kind of like a press conference, and he made a statement. And I'd like to really make note of a sentence in his statement. It's a short one, so I'm going to read it here. Romney said, "There's no question the Republican Party today is in the shadow of Donald Trump." Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
He is the leader of the greatest He is the leader of the greatest portion of the Republican Party. Now, here comes the difficult pill to swallow, I'd say. Romney continues, "I represent a small wing of the Republican Party. If you will, I call it the wise wing of the Republican Party." The wise wing. And have we not talked about these highbrow, high road Republicans? And you know what? And so he's going to refer to it as the wise wing, as if
the wide wing of cowardice.
Yeah, as if the Trump supporters are unwise. I mean, you're either wise or unwise, right? So he's the wise, and we're the unwise.
Well, if he's so righteous, why is he not running?
I just well, you know, in the one news article I read, he's not quite. The poll they cited wasn't anywhere near as bad as what happened to Liz Cheney, though. The belief is he still would have lost. It wouldn't have been the landslide Liz Cheney suffered, but there is the belief he probably still would have lost, and it probably would have been pretty nasty too. So him being the wise one, you know, and something else that the wise wing of the Republican Party likes to say, and I've meant to say this before, and you know I just kept forgetting, but I've heard it said more than once. They would rather lose nobly than win, we'll say, not so noble. In other words, they don't want to fight.
Let's put it this way: they would rather turn over the country to communists than not have their dignified position.
You know,
because that's at the end of the day, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and you know. So they would rather lose nobly, you know, and then they throw into the mix the dignity of the office, as if somehow.
Where's the dignity in being a chicken shit piece of shit? I don't see any dignity in that.
I mean, and when I hear them reference the dignity of the office, that just fires me up, because when you talk about Biden, there's like zero dignity in that guy.
Nope.
You know? So
Barack Obama's running this country because he doesn't mind banana republic dictatorships, which he's part of.
So
him and his male husband, Big Mike.
Yeah. So Romney's, and we still got to deal with Romney for about another year and a half or a year or so. But you know, goodbye, good riddance.
If they weren't so goofy in Alaska, we wouldn't be dealing with Lisa Murkowski's bullshit either.
Oh yeah, and you know, and you know, he's so wise and dignified that when he took shots at Trump, he had to go on Twitter under the alias of Pierre Delecto,
proving my point that he's a sniveling little coward. What he's doing here is he's putting his little tail between his legs, and I'm sure it's a little tail. He's putting his little tail between his legs and whimpering away like the little piece of shit coward that he is.
Yep. Us ruffians just don't get it. So, you know, he's good riddance. Good riddance, I say to the guy. That's, you know, it's just a shame he's going to be sticking around for another year or so. But
well, it's a shame he's going to get a pension from the Senate. It's a shame that he's going to have a senator on his headstone, because he's been nothing but a disgrace his entire life.
That's all I got. You know, just I wish, you know, 2025 can't get here quick enough, I guess, you know.
Well, I'm not rushing any days because I don't know how many we have left, but yeah, I agree.
All right. Okay, well, that's all I got. Thanks, everyone, for your support. Please like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word. And we'll catch you on our next political rant, because I guarantee you we do have a few more coming. So that's it. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.